Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Visit the Appleton Museum of Art for a Dickens Christmas, the Urban Family Holiday Exhibition. On view through January 9th, this festive annual display features beautiful themed trees, the beloved Dickens Village, Santas and nutcrackers from around the world, and much more. On the second floor, see trees decorated by community partners. The Appleton is located on East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. You know, we just had a physical fitness expert on the radio with us talking about why we need to use January as a time to start getting our mind and body wrapped around physical fitness. Well, this is the start of a new year, and it's time to take a good look at our finances as well. Figure out what we need to do, what we want. What is it that's tearing our budget up? From students to senior executives, everyone can benefit from some tips that'll help you take control of your money going into 2022. Joining us now to share her tips on a way to declutter our finances and minds is financial expert, New York Times bestselling author, Nicole Lapin. Her latest book is Miss Independent. Nicole, good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
You know, when we think about fitness, we think about physical fitness, but sometimes we don't think about fiscal fitness. They sound a lot alike, but they're both totally different. You know, a lot of people at this time of year still have financial baggage that is dragging from 2021 into 2022. What are some of the first steps people can do to simplify their finances in the new year?
Well, I love fiscal fitness or financial fitness. It is time to get into financial fighting shape. Look, this is your year. Knowledge isn't power, action is power. We all know the things that we should be doing, but now is the year I think we should really start taking action. And the first step is admitting you have a problem. The only financial or fiscal problem you can't fix is the one you don't admit you have. So I suggest to come up with a realistic action plan and a budget. I like to call a budget a spending plan because it feels like something you can actually stick to, like an eating plan where you're allowing yourself small indulgences so you don't end up binging later on. I divide that spending plan into the 3 E's: essentials, endgame, and extras, where 70% of your overall spending plan goes to the essentials. So your food, your housing, your utility bills, your transportation, your insurance. 15% goes to the future you, so the future Tom, your retirement, your savings, your big goals. And then 15% goes to everything else, the extras, the gym memberships, the eating out, the clothes, the lattes, whatever you want to spend money on. Try to include those small indulgences, right? So you don't end up binging later on.
Okay, well, that sounds like it makes sense, but, you know, when I open my wallet, I don't have money in my wallet anymore. I have 2 debit cards from my business account and my personal account, and then I have, let me look right now, 8 different cards that say either MasterCard or Visa on them from 8 different banks. So where's credit card debt fall into a spending plan? And what's your advice to start bringing those numbers down? Because we just came through the holiday where a lot of people use credit to get through the holidays.
It makes sense, and let's be realistic. You know, we can't go back. We can only go forward. And I encourage folks to get all of their receipts and their statements together from December, lay them all out, organize them into the 3 categories that I just talked about with the 3 E's. You know, chances are that you're going to be looking at a lot of receipts, and that's okay in the extras category. But once you have a good sense of the numbers you're dealing with, I would call your credit card companies and try to negotiate with them for a better rate. Everything is negotiable, including all of those cards that are in your wallet right now, Tom. You can call those folks up and you can ask for a better rate. Just look at the back of the card. Ask for a manager upon manager. The worst thing they can say is no, but the answer is always no if you don't ask, and that can go a long way in getting your payments under control and paying down your balance.
In this day and age of computers plus mixed with COVID, so many people were working from home, students were taking classes from home, subscriptions became a big deal. I'll give you a prime example. This month, at the beginning of the month, on the 2nd, Adobe dinged my business credit card for $29.95 for Adobe. But then on the 3rd, it dinged my credit card for $52.99 for Adobe. And, you know, I can't find a place, you know, that will help me know what subscriptions I have, which ones I need to cancel. How can, with the way everybody's been working from home and everybody's been working, these subscriptions now, if you don't remember to cut them off, can drain your budget. How can I go about finding ways to know what subscriptions I have and how I can get rid of some that I may not need?
Yeah, it's unfortunately a story I hear all too often. You know, folks sign up for that free trial, so I'm not sure you likely signed up for something like that, and then the company starts dinging you because you forget to cancel it. So it could be $20 to $50 in your case that's drained out of our bank accounts, and we're not even using that thing. So go through your subscriptions under the settings area of your phone and see what you can cancel and what you're actually using. There are a bunch of apps likely that you're not using. My example to your story is that I used to live on a plane, and so I used to subscribe to the Wi-Fi in the sky, and I no longer do that, but I forgot that I was paying for it. So it's important to go through it and really cut out the fat. For students, you know, they're spending a ton of money right now, and one app that I love for students is the new Pearson Plus app. When I went to school, I don't know about you, Tom, I was spending like $200 or more on a book. But this app is great because it gives students access to over $1,600 for just $14.99 a month.
Wow. That's strong.
It is really strong, and it's not, you know, a boring e-reader. There are a lot of different e-text options, right? A simple PDF or something more immersive. And my opinion, this looks more like Spotify or Netflix than a boring ebook app.
Well, we talk about students, and that's a big savings, but do students really get the same experience from an e-textbook compared to the regular books that, you know, the hardback books that you go buy $200 for, and then I think when you go take it back, they give you $1.70 for it?
Right. It's like, thanks very much, guys. When I was a student, I would have always taken notes and highlighting in my textbooks. But I wish I had this app because this app actually turns your notes and highlights into virtual flashcards. One of the features that students love as well is that they can save time by listening to the audio version of books at 1.5 or double the speed. So you're saving time, you're saving money, you're saving by reducing your carbon footprint with no paper. So I think this is a win-win-win, and honestly, I wish I had it when I was in school.
Are there other ways, you sit down and hard do a budget, I'm sure, you write it on paper and all. Are there, in this day and age of apps and software, are there good apps that we could go find in the App Store that would also help us with our budgetary needs?
There are so many apps, and like I said off the top of this segment, knowledge is not power. There's tons of apps, there's tons of articles, there's tons of books out there. Action is power. So my favorite app is the one that you're actually going to use. I don't care which one it is, frankly. Figure out which interface you like. I know this sounds silly and maybe superficial, but whatever you actually will use is the one you should get. So even if it's the color that does it for you, whatever that little thing is, as long as it's just not cluttering your home screen and it's something that you're actually using on a daily or weekly basis, that's the one, that's my favorite.
We're talking with New York Times bestselling author Nicole Lapin. Her latest book is Miss Independent. Nicole, where can people go find out about how to get your book or find out more information about all the stuff we've discussed today?
Well, you can head over to NicoleLapin.com or find me on social media. You can also get more ideas or learn more about the Pearson Plus app on Pearson.com. And if you want, you can use the Nicole10 code at checkout for 10% off. See, Tom, I'm always saving you money. I'm always looking out for you.
10%, that means that you pay my government fee plus a little more. I like that.
I got you.
Nicole, thanks for joining us this morning, and thanks for these tips that'll help people budget a little more effectively in 2022. Have a great beginning of the year.
My pleasure. You too. Thanks, Tom.
We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
It's bigger and better than ever this year, folks, and you've just got to come see it. The Camellia Show Spectacular going on right now at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. This fabulous 5-acre garden is absolutely explosive.